Okay, here's some sample problems. Again, day 3, Pythagorean theorem. Find the value of x round to the nearest tenth. We have a right triangle, so we know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. A squared is 4 squared plus x squared equals 8 squared. 4 squared is 16 plus x squared equals 64. X squared is 64 minus 16, which might be 48. Is that right? 64 minus 16. Yep, 48. So we take the square root of both sides. That gives us x equals, now we know the square root of 48 is the same as the square root of 3 times 16, so x is equal to 4 times the square root of 3. Here we have x and x minus 2. Again, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We substitute x minus 2 squared plus 4 squared equals x squared. X minus 2 squared is the same thing as x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus 16. That equals x squared. I subtract x squared from each side. That gives me negative 4x plus 20 equals 0. I add 4x to each side. Minus 4x plus 4x is 0, plus 20 is equal to 4x. So x equals 5. X equals 5, and x minus 2 equals 3. Oh, look, we have a 3, 4, 5 right triangle right here. Randy's building a rectangular picture frame. He wants the ratio of the length to the width to be 3 to 1 and the diagonal to be 12 centimeters. Okay, the length to the width should be 3 to 1, so I'm going to call the width x and the length 3x, and the diagonal is 12 centimeters. So x squared plus 9x squared equals 144. 10x squared equals 144. Divide both sides by 10. X squared equals 14.4. The square root of 14.4, well, 144 is 12. 12 squared is 144, so but that doesn't work when we're squaring things. So x is going to be equal to the square root of 14.4. With a calculator, I could have an answer that I could round to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. Find the missing side length. Put your answers in simple radical form and find out whether we have a Pythagorean triple. Here we have 14 squared plus 48 squared equals c squared. If I have a calculator handy, I can say 14 squared is 196. 48 squared is 2,304. But wait, I am noticing that this is 2 times 7. And this is 2 times 24. So I'm willing to bet this is going to come out to be 2 times 25, or 50. Why do I think so? Because that is one of my Pythagorean triples. But let's test it. C squared, 2,304 plus 196 is 2,500. What is the square root of 2,500, gentle listener? Why, that is 50. Which is, of course, 2 times 25. Yes, we have a Pythagorean triple, and that's pretty exciting. See how fast that can work out once you know your triples? Here, this is b squared, this is side A. This is not b squared, it's just side B. Four squared plus b squared equals 12 squared. 16 plus b squared equals 144. 144 minus 16 gives me 128. b equals the square root of 128. Can I simplify this? Well, let's see. 128, 2 and 64. Can that be? 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 6 is 12. 64 is a perfect square, so b equals 8 times the square root of 2. This is not a Pythagorean triple because b is not a whole number.